Hello everyone, this is Just, playing Shroud of the Avatar, spiritual successor to Ultima Online, and we are starting day 5 of our little 30-day Trainathon with my new character, Sephira. And she's out here by herself in Craigfoot Hills because I want to test out, this is only day 5, but I want to see how well she can do this tier 5 zone. So that's what I'm doing here, and let's take a quick gander at our skills here. So last night you saw me, I learned my specialization in Earth, and I've actually just trained it up to 40 now. So my attunement in Earth is actually 111.9, so that's not too shabby. And everything is up to only level 40 here, so kind of mediocre. And then this is all to 40, and then life stuff is all to 40. It's basically everything is to 40 right now. And look into my gear real quick. The Dullest Hood adds intelligence, of course, because she's a mage. I had this whole thing floating around, and I didn't want to keep using Dritz's armor, so or Shertugel's armor, I should say. So I snagged it up as a temporary filler piece of armor, because it had some stats I was wanting to use, like the intelligence there, so that's that. It's not specific to Earth, it's only a sorcery one, but it's fine for now. And then, of course, I crafted her some gear. It's mediocre gear at best, but you know, it's okay. And then I got my wands here, you've already seen that, and I'm using the Sage's Sash. So my intelligence now is all the way up to 111, and that is with the buff here, enlightenment buff. So let's see how well she can do here. Don't forget to subscribe. You should find that link in the bottom of the screen, so click that link. A thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, and comment in the comment section. So before we get started, let's eat some food here. I like dragon stew and obsidian bear stew is the kind. I have not found a food that adds intelligence, at least not to my liking, so I take this for the health and focus regen. So, and it actually does, for at least the way I play, it makes a huge difference. So we'll eat that. And look at my buffs up here. We have the guidance one, so it's 2 days left on that. And then I'm using the blessing of truth, blessing of spirituality, and I'm using the blessing of skill. So those are my blessings I have. So looks like we're good to go. And we're going to buff up real quick here. So I like to, before I get started, I always like to stack my gear. Get my stacks going on. So I have something already fully stacked, and I'm only going to have 4 stacks because these are only level 40. So, and that's that. So let's see what's around the corner. There's usually something around the corner. That's a fighter. And we're going to hit those and hit that and my heals. Fire off that earthquake. Oh, we're being nice. We got some more stuff coming after us. How'd they all hear about us? I got that mage over there that's ripping me a new one. Yeah, this is not gonna work. So tier 5, I probably could have done 1 or 2, but then more of them heard and came. So we're not quite ready for tier 5, so I didn't think so. But we were doing damage, so that's something. So let's go find ourselves a tier 4 and see how we can handle a tier 4. It is, after all, only day 5, so. Alright, so I found a tier 4, and this is actually the tier 4 that I did a lot of running with Shertugel when I was leveling him up way back early on in this game. So we're going to try it with Sephira. I hope I'm not butchering that name. And as we can see, up here it says it's green to me, which means some of the stuff in here will be green to me. I don't know. Let's find out. So we're going to make sure our buffs are on. We've already eaten our food. And let's get some light on the thing. If I remember correctly... Ah, there's somebody. Oh, he's a... Oh, I got a earth elemental. Really? Alright, so we took him out of the way. And that stupid thing with his little earthquake. Don't you use your infernal stuff on me? Just drop that there. I'm hesitant about using this stone arrow and stuff against him because he is a sand elemental, so he might be resistant to that kind of stuff. Anyway, we took him down with our meteor shower and our fire. So, yeah, we can do it. Maybe not more than one, but after 4 days, we are able to do a tier 4. So that earthquake hit him pretty hard, but he's only green to me here. And he's gone. And let's go down to this camp here. Let's hit our buffs though. Alright, one's down, so that's what these heals are all about. Hey, you bastard, you're raping my stuff. That's okay. We're just testing right now. Usually when I'm running for experience, I actually jump into a private mode. So yeah, this is doable. I could do this by herself. Oh, what's that? I swear that plane attacked me. Did that look like it attacked or what? Maybe it's the shadows. So get our buffs on here. Drop that. And another earthquake. And they're done. Sweet. And I'm going to hit up a few more things before we call it success. Alright, drop you. Hit you. Oh, you interrupted me. Alright, I like that earthquake. Alright, so we're going to say that's semi-successful. We've after 5 days of training, we've gotten to where we can do tier 4s pretty easily. So I'm going to say we're successful here. So I'm going to put her away. Well, I'm going to pull out Shroud and we're going to go adventuring again. So we're going to find ourselves a tier 5 where she can ride his coattails, and we got to beef up our pool a little bit because our pool is down to 1.043. And I want to get it up to about 1,600,000 because I actually want to specialize in this and get this to 400 initially. So that's my plan. So I will see you when I get to a tier 5. Alright, we decided to run the monkey room again. Monkey Room is an oldie but a goodie. So let's look at our skill tree here and our skill points. A little over 1 million, almost 1,000,001. So we're going to push this probably up to about 2 million. And then once that's done, we're going to head back to base and do some more training. First off will be to get this to level 80, which will allow me to unlock this. And then we'll get this to 40. And then we're going to look at our skill trees here and decide where to go from there. So I will see you back at the house. We are back, and we have acquired the experience in our pool that I wanted to. In fact, I overshot. I have 2.162 million in my pool right now, which is fantastic, which means now I can focus my training on the life here, getting that one up to 80 so I can unlock my specialization and then get that up to 40. Side note, I started off in the monkey room like you saw. Did that for a little while, made a few 100,000 experience in there, and then I switched to Deep Ravenswood. Did that for a short period of time, and then I tried out the Rise with this character, piggybacking of course off of Driss's skills. And so basically he was doing most of the killing, she was just throwing a stone arrow here and there and stuff. And I was able to pull off the first 2 rooms, the lesser of the rooms, and then I was able to pull off the mage room, but I had to be very selective with my pulls, only pulling 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. But it worked. So I did the Rise for a short period of time as well. So that brought me back to here. So now we're back to do some training here. Like I said, we're going to focus on that first. And quick little trades, not so secret. When you're going to train a skill like that, an innate skill like that, if you read the description on it, it says this skill will gain experience each time that a relevant skill is used. So for this skill, any of these active skills is a relevant skill for that skill to gain experience on. So when you're building a training deck, throw multiple of those relevant skills into your deck and then just spam the hell out of them, and that will level that skill much faster. So that's what I've done here. I got Healing Ray, I got Healing Touch, and I've got Purify. And of course, because of my number of glyphs I needed, I have the Stone Arrow in here, but I'll just stack that to 5 or 4 or whatever it is, set it aside and leave it there. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started. First thing we want to make sure is that we're training the proper skill. And it is training. Second, we want to make sure it's tracking on our HUD, which it is. It's actually this one right there. So now we're going to target our dummy. There we are. Go into combat here. And all we have to do, and actually these healing ones don't have to have a dummy targeted because they're personal. So I really don't need that dummy targeted. And as you can see, every time, watch that skill there, every time I use a relevant skill, it trains. So that's my plan. I'm going to sit here and spam these relevant skills and level that up to 80, and hopefully it won't take too long. And then I'm going to go find that Life Master Trainer and unlock that specialization, and then come back and train it up to 40. And then we're going to take a moment, reassess, and go from there. So rather than subject you to the amount of grind to get this up to 80, I'm going to come back when I'm done. So I will see you then. Alright, almost got this to 80. Just a smidge bit more, and we will have it. Smidge bit more. And we are there. We got her to 80, so outstanding. And look at my experience pool there. And you remember how much I had when I started? Over 2 million? That's a side note there. These innate skills are pretty experience points intensive. They require a lot. So I had this at 40 to begin with, and so pushing it from 40 to 80, it drained me down to 1,458,531 from over 2 million that I had. So that's something to remember when you're training this stuff. Anywho, it is time to go find our Master Trainer for Life, and there's going to be a link in the description that will take you to the official forums on the Shroud of the Avatar page, and where a person has a post that lists all those Master Trainers. So go ahead and click that link, and when you need one, and it'll be right there. We need the life, and the life is in Adoris. In the house next to the guildmaster on the second floor. I know where that's at. So that's where we are off to. We are off to Adoris to learn our specialization for life. So I will see you when I get there. We are in Adoris and we are approaching the guild chapter house, which I believe it's there. If we come around and look at the sign there, it says magic training second floor. So this is the guild chapter house that they were talking about. So let's go in here. And we need to go to the second floor. And one of these will be our trainer. Life trainer. There it is. Who's this one? Water. So there's your water master trainer too. So we're going to talk to this person. And we're going to learn that. And might as well, while we're here, pick up these as well. I have not met the minimal skill. Oh, I still have to get that to 40. Okay, so we're only picking up that. That's okay. Alright, so now we'll say goodbye. And we're going to teleport back to our place. And then we're going to train that up to 40. And we'll see how much experience we have left when it's all said and done. Mind you, 1 million is my 0 experience left point, because I'm not dropping below 1 million, because that's my base. That is the base that allows me to level stuff much faster. So, yep, not dropping below 1 million. Ever. And as soon as we load back in here, so leveling this stuff is just the same way that we did the other one. In fact, we're going to use the same skills and everything, because if you look at its description, it says, this skill will gain experience each time that a relevant skill is used, meaning one of these skills are a relevant skill, so make your deck based upon those, and then we are going to, we already started training it, so now we're going to track it on our HUD. And another thing to remember, I am using one of these Obsidian Potion of Guidance, which speeds up your learning. So that's definitely the way to go if you're going to be training like this. So now start training. Oh, there we are, you hit 2. And we're only taking it to 40. So let's look at my skills. We'll monitor my pool while we're doing this. And we'll stack those obsidian arrows, because we're not using those. Those are just as Theros filler. And it's going pretty darn quick here. And we'll hit stack that and stack that. Oh, no, I didn't want to fire that off. Anyways, we'll hit that. My fingers started moving faster than my brain, or my brain was thinking faster than my fingers. So we're halfway there, pushing this to 40. These things need to roll faster. There's that other one. Now we have a 4 stack. And we'll just let it sit there and hit mind lock every now and again to lock it in place. And after I get this to 40, that'll be it for day 5. And then tomorrow we will reassess our training and see where to go from there. Probably it will be to take our skills to 60. Level 60 is probably where we're going to take them. And then from there to 80, which will unlock that 5th glyph. And then once we have them all to 80, then it's going to be a matter of deciding which skill we want to push to Grandmaster status. So that's kind of the long-term goal, long-term plan. So in a nutshell, level 40 is the first step, level 60 is the second step, and level 80 is the third step, and Grandmaster is the final step. I skipped past 90. I go straight to Grandmaster. Oh, we don't want to fire that out. That's okay. We only have 2 levels left. And 1 level. And we hit 40. So there we go. Mission accomplished. and our pool is down to 1,377,733. So that wasn't bad, although we did use a lot to get this to 80, and then a lot to finish that to 40, because we did have over 2 million there in the pool when we started. So that's it for today. This was day 5. We're progressing quite nicely in my opinion. So this, by the end of 30 days, we should pretty well advanced once we get there. So don't forget to subscribe. You should find that link down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you see, and comment in the comment section. I will see you on day 6.